Hey guys, so energy is high right now, although we're at like a fourth of a notch. But I promised earlier in this year, I mean, I guess it was earlier in this week on Monday that I would make a video on the past me and how toxic I was. And I also mentioned in the video, I kind of touched on it in the video. I believe it was called, it was like the way I used to be or something. Oh, the story. Yeah, something along the lines of the story of a boy, blah blah blah. But we're gonna dive more into it with more specific stories. But we're not gonna use any name for stories. We're just gonna use fake names. Okay? Okay. So I was friends. Let's start with someone. We're gonna call them Betty. Okay. So I was friends with Betty, right? Me and Betty were really close friends. We were like, what's a way to describe it? We were just super close friends, to say the least. And me and Betty would hang out all the time, would talk all the time, and make all these jokes. And I began to develop a crush on Betty. But Betty didn't have the same feelings, probably. I don't know for sure. I never really saw. But, I would, since I had a crush on Betty, I was like, let's like tease Betty. Like, you know, that's what you do whenever you have crushes on people. You make fun of them, right? Don't do that. But I did. I would make fun of them, and this was not good. Would not recommend. I don't remember how I teased them. I just know I did, because back then I teased a lot of people. I also teased, Jessica, and mainly Jessica. And one day Jessica told me, wait, Jessica didn't tell me, my mom told me that you don't talk to Jessica like that. And I was like, but I do. I was horrible. But anyway, fast forward a little bit. I had another friend named, we'll say, Pyro. Pyro was, we were mutually toxic, to say the least. Pyro would get on my nerves a lot, and I was very nice to Pyro. Not gonna lie, I was very nice to Pyro. I might have every now and then done something toxic, like made a like rude joke or something, but I wasn't actually that toxic to Pyro until I reached a peak, okay? With me, I have a peak. A really high peak, let me say, okay? Most people's peaks are like here. Mine is like here. But most people, when they hit here, since their mountain's not as tall, it doesn't fall as hard. But since mine is this tall, it falls really hard. So I was talking to Pyro, and I was like, I'm done with it. You wanna do this to me? I'll do it back. That's what I did. Okay. And so I did it back, and then, what did I say the third person's name was? The person that's not Jessica, and that's not Betty, in the three people. If I didn't name them, their new name is Betsy, but that's too confusing. Their new name is, wait, that was their real name. Their real name is Jessica. I think that was actually the name I gave them. So, Jessica was like, you can't do that. And I was like, yes, I can. They've been doing this to me for like a year or two. I can do that if I want to. I'm sick of it. And they're like, no, you can't, because they're a girl. You can assume what I did from the fact that they said you can't do that because they're a girl. And I'm not going to defend my actions, but I am going to say that it's not like I was like, like, I didn't like full on hit them as hard as I could. But they gave me a slap. I would slap them like half as hard, just to get a point across that I was done with it. Not okay, don't do that. Just more proof as to why I was toxic. And so, anyway, they were like, that's not okay, you don't do that. And I was like, come back to me when you get to know me. I didn't actually say that, but I was irritated. I didn't say it, because again, my peak is like right here. But I was like, excuse me, but like, you don't know what I've been through with this person. Okay, by the way, one more thing. I just want to clarify that I wouldn't do the things that I did in middle school, okay? Like, I was a middle school. I hate to admit it, but I was on the level of Brad's kind of. Like, I would. I was bad. That you guys heard it all. I was bad, but I wasn't like I wouldn't do that now because it's absolutely not okay. Oh my gosh, I can't clarify enough what I did in middle school, but I know at least I'm aware of that. Okay, some people they do it once and then they like do it again and then they get used to it, but like absolutely not. Never, absolutely. I will. I could go on a rant for an hour about this new video. But no, don't do that. Absolutely not. I will go over there and yell at you a lot. If you do that, don't do that. But yeah, I just feel like I need to clarify that because I'm not the same person that I was early middle school, okay? Like, I'm mature, more mature and older now, and I realize that you can't do that. You just can't. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Oh wait, will I get like demonetized for saying that? We'll see. But they were right. I shouldn't have done what I did. But anyway, later on, I was just done with the person. I just real life ghosted them. They would try to talk to me. I'd walk past them talking to my other friends. We'll call them Tetzel. Okay? I hung out with Tetzel a lot, and Tetzel was very funny. And me and Tetzel would hang out instead of me and Pyro. And when Pyro came to try to talk to me because Pyro missed me, I guess you could say, I would ignore Pyro because I was sick of what they did to me. And so, me and Tetzel walked around, everything was fine, until one day I got called to the office, okay? I got called to the office and they were like, you can't do this to Pyro. And I was like, do you know what she did to me? And then they were like, yes, we're aware, but you can't just ignore them and act like they don't exist. At least acknowledge them, at least say hi to them. And I was like, okay. And then the Pyro was like, I've changed. And I was like, since you literally did what you did whenever we were friends, the thing that they did to me, they did it again to me like a week before this meeting. And I was like, you haven't changed this. But anyway, so I decided to forgive Pyro and give Pyro a like 5th chance. That's exaggerating, but it wasn't the 2nd chance because I always give people multiple chances before I reach this peak. And they actually changed. And me and Pyro got super close. Like, this was me and Pyro. This was me and other people. We were really close, and we were like best friends forever. Amazing. It was great. And they actually changed, like, for the sake of knowing me. And I was like, oh my gosh, you actually do care. Because most people would just pretend to change, and then after a month, 2 months, 3 months, would be like, surprise! I'm gonna keep doing it too. And sure, once in a while, they would still do things, but I would tell them not to, and they would stop. Like, I was so proud of Pyro. And so, anyway, me and Pyro got super close, that close, and this kind of just became a story of how I became who I am, more in depth, but I kind of experienced a similar level of, not toxicity this time. It wasn't really that they were toxic, it was that they weren't good for me at the time. Because I was in a place where I was still relying on other people. And that person was relying on me. So we can kind of see how that works. The person I'm closest to is relying on me and I'm relying on other people, so I have nobody to rely on. And so I kind of took a break from Pyro. And me and Pyro, like, didn't talk for a while, and I was like, I miss Pyro's confidence. Like, I miss Pyro's confidence so much. Pyro's confidence was the best thing that I had ever seen. Like, and, like, I get it might have been fake confidence sometimes, or all the time. Point is, I loved the confidence because the Pyro played it off really well. And so I was like, why don't I just become confident? Like, literally, I'm serious, that's what happened. I was like, Pyro can do it, I can do it. So I did it. And now I'm where I am now. I am this super confident person, and I've never thought about all of these and how they tied together until I just now, like, making this video, which is crazy. Although the other day I did think about how Pyro, I was like, whoever taught me to be confident, I appreciate them so much. And it was Pyro, and now I appreciate them even more. And we were like this close, but now we're like this close. But like, I miss Pyro. Pyro, come back. Thanks. But yeah, now me and Pyro are better off. I'm not toxic. Well, I'm not toxic if you're not toxic. I basically, with me, you can be however you want with me. I don't care. But you have to expect, like, I'm a mirror. We'll say it like that. Whatever you see coming off of me is what I see coming off of you. So if you're rude to me, I'll be rude to you. If you're nice to me, I'll be twice as nice as you. I will put makeup on you. I will be a mirror that comes with makeup, like, as a feature. Like, I will be so amazing, but basically I'm a mirror now. I'm not just this, like, I don't want to use the word selfish, but I was kind of selfish. Person, and I've grown a lot since then, which was a few years ago. And I'm pretty proud of myself, because we don't love toxic people. We really don't. Like, no thanks. But, yeah, so shout out to Pyro, Betty, I forgot the rest of your names, I'm so sorry. But shout out to you guys, because you guys are literally, like, I don't know where I'd be if I never met you guys. I would probably still be figuring myself out. I mean, not that I'm not figuring out myself. Like, hi, I'm 15, I know everything. Like, no, I don't. But I do know a lot more about myself. I no longer rely on other people for happiness. And I'm a strong, independent person. So, thanks guys. But, yeah, that's kind of just the story. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications. Like, turn on notifications so you can know when I upload. I am uploading every day this week. It has been tough, but I'll make it through. And, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And, oh, and comment below. Let me know what you thought of any video, what you think of my story, anything. Just talk to me. I'm very friendly, I promise. You could say anything. You could say something that didn't make sense, and I would still respond to you and be your best friend afterwards. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys. Whoa, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios. Okay, so let me clarify something really quickly, okay? So, I absolutely never do, like, I'm just gonna say it straight up. Never hit anyone, man, woman, I don't care. Because it doesn't fix anything. And especially if they're not as strong as you, which, by the way, we were probably equal strength. I was, like, that skinny. Like, and they're, like I said, they're very used to punching and kicking and hitting. And that's the other thing. Okay, so before you guys hate me, this person hit me multiple times a day. Like, all the time. For ages. Like, I think a year or two before I got fed up. And I didn't full on, like, them across the face. But I think I, like, ended up kicking them a little bit, but I don't remember what I did. I just know it wasn't severe, okay? I wasn't gonna full on just beat on them. Like, I would never do that, and you should never do that, okay? Just to clarify that, okay. Also, Pyro, if you're watching this and you recognize that you're Pyro, I love you, okay? this is no shade towards you. Like, to the people that aren't Pyro, this is no, I'm not mad at Pyro for doing what Pyro did. Like, they were like, going through things, and everyone goes through things, especially at our age. We were in like early middle school. Like, but it was like, I'm not mad at you, okay? This is no offense, no shade, nothing bad towards Pyro, okay? Pyro is amazing. We're still best friends to this day. We're super close still. At least I'd like to think. And yeah, I in no way want to ruin anything with this. Pyro, I love you. Don't hate me. I'm just trying to like spread my story. Realistically, this is not, guys, the title makes it obvious. This is not, I say the title's gonna be up here. This is not a story about my toxic friend. It's about how toxic I was. It's about my actions, okay? So don't get mad at Pyro, don't get mad at anyone, okay? I'm just telling the story of how toxic I used to be and how I learned from it. And never have friends that are bad to you, but also never be bad to your friends, okay? Like, I get, like, I only did it once. I only, like, just don't do it, okay? Don't ever, if you're fed up with your friend, talk to your friend. If they don't listen, bye, leave their life. Don't deal with it immaturely like we did, okay? Okay, I love you, Pyro. Mwah. That was... Also, one more thing I want to clarify. Whenever I said, I'm not toxic, and then paused and then said, unless you are, I was joking, okay? If you're toxic to me, like, truth is I'll probably just ignore you, and I'll probably just act like, I'll probably just distance myself from you. If you're really bad, I might lash out. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, you should go away, nobody likes you, like, not that low, I wouldn't go that low. I would more be like, you know what, you need to get your act together because you're affecting other people. Depending on the person, I would word it differently because different people speak different languages. Not literally as in one person speaks Mandarin, one person speaks English. As in, you need to use different word choice and different, what's the word? Like, examples to get through to different people, if that makes sense. So, it depends on the person, but point is, I'm not actually gonna be, like, straight up toxic if you're toxic. But in reality, I'll probably just end up ignoring you or making a joke out of it, so... yeah. Don't be toxic, guys.